निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपदा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय welcome you all beautiful mothers, intelligent, full of knowledge, you all are full of grace, you all have culture. I welcome you all from this ICF forum. Thanks for giving this platform and opportunity for all of us to get purified, even the babies in the womb of their mothers. So we are going to have in coming generation these many bhaktanis and bhaktas who are going to take birth from you all. Congratulations in advance from ICF. I pray to my deities. Their names are Nitai Sachisuta, that is Gaur Nitai. All of you must go to hospital only to deliver your babies and quickly come back. So with that prayer, we start today's day. So I welcome all of you all. Ashna Paliwal, Chitra, Deepika, Janani, Kumuda, Nikita, Nisha, Preeti, Purnima, Shikha, and many more to join. I didn't take two names, that is me and one more. We are here to pray for you all.
Very well, my sincere prayers.
Hare Krishna. So I have a special thanks for Lakshmi Anand Mataji, who is here helping me with her presence. My co-speaker with me. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your support. So see, you all must, as I was telling you all, that you must have beautiful, beautiful photos of Bal Gopal Krishna, Makhan Chor, with Gaya Churaiya, in every corner of your house. So we start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhiraye Nashtaprayashu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. You all can repeat. Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay. As I had told you all, requested you all in the first session itself, keep your right hand on your belly and second hand on top of it. Hold your baby as if you're holding your baby. Yeah. And close your eyes and talk to your baby for a second that my dear bacha, yeah, if it is son or daughter, I don't know. So, my dear bacha, yeah, thank you for giving mommy this opportunity for these beautiful arrangements that Lord did for you, and I am also grabbing that opportunity. And I promise I will also share with mama, and I will share with your grandparents and your nana nani, yeah, dada dadi. So listen, don't sleep. And mommy is listening and mommy is trying to listen so that you can get enlightened. My sweet bacha, mera pyara pyara bacha, mama loves you, mama loves you. Thank you. So we start today's session. As I was being told by Lakshmi Anand Mataji that she could complete 2 shlokas, and today we are on the 3.31.12. All the information that a few of you are asking, we will share it in the end of this session. I always request everyone to eagerly come forward and try to read. We are there to guide you. Don't feel that, oh, I'm not able to read. I'm not able to pronounce. So what about the baby inside? The child is not even allowed to hear or open the eyes or even talk with their mouth. So on behalf of the baby, you're going to do this. So try to take this opportunity, grab this opportunity. I need not call anybody that please, who will read. You all must be eager to read. So with that note, so first shloka, Jantaruvacha Tasya Krishyanam Navitum Jagata Ichayata Nana Tano Bhuvi Chalat Charanaravindam Soham Vrajami Sharanam Hi Akutta Bhayame Yene Drishi Gate Darshayatsto Anurupa. Any one of you or two of you want to read? You can come forward. Purnima, you want to?
Yes, Mataji, I just can't find this shloka. Which one is it?
I have shared the screen, no?
We can see the pictures.
Really?
No, yeah, we can't see the screen, the sloka on the screen.
Now?
Yeah, now we can see.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry about it. Yeah. Okay. So, Purnima, we go line by line if you have any, difficulty. So it says, Jantaruvacha.
Jantaruvacha.
Tasya upashanam.
Tasya upasanam.
Avitum.
Avitum.
Jagat ichchaya.
Jagat Ichayat
Jata nana tanoha.
Nana Tana. Which one? Nana Tano.
Ata
Ata Nana Tano.
tanu. Bhuvi chalat.
Bhuvi Chalat.
Charanaravindam.
Charana Ravindam.
Sa aham.
Sa Aham.
आ नहीं रही हो क्या तुम बाहर?
Hare Krishna. Mataji, help me. Vrajami.
Vrajami.
Sharanam.
Sharanam.
Hi.
Hi.
Akutta bhayam.
Akutta Bhayam.
Me.
Me.
Yene.
Yene.
Drishi.
Drishi.
Gate.
Gatir.
Atrishi.
Adrishi.
Asat. Anurupa.
Asat Anurupa.
Haribol. Mama, you're great. Huh? Your baby got it. So you can read the translation for us. And when you read the translation, you have to say translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Okay. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The human soul says, I take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears in his various eternal forms and walks on the surface of the world. I take shelter of him only, because he can give me relief from all fear, and from him I have received this condition of life, which is just befitting my impious activities.
Haribol. Thank you, Purnima. Thank you. Yeah. I can request somebody else because we have 2 paras. So one para somebody can read. Please come forward. Diksha, Deepika Sharma, Dhanalakshmi. Oh, beautiful. Please. Somebody can come forward to read 2 paras, one para you all can read. Just 5-6 lines.
This is Preeti.
Please. Go ahead.
The word Kalak Karna
Purport by Srila Prabhupada.
refers purport by Srila
Prabhupada.
The word Kalak Karna
The word Chala Charanaravinda.
Chala Charanavinda refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who actually walks or travels upon the surface of the world. For example, Lord Ramachandra actually walked on the surface of the world, and Lord Krishna also walked just like an ordinary man. The prayers therefore offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who descends to the surface of this earth or any part of this universe for the protection of the pious and the destruction of the impious. It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that when there is an increase in religion and discrepancies arise in the real religious activities, the Supreme Lord comes to protect the pious and kill the impious. This verses indicates Lord Krishna.
Jai.
Another
Okay,
Jai.
we give somebody else. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah. Your child is saying you, huh? Not from me.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Somebody else can come forward. Pushbu.
Namaste, Mataji. This is Dhanalakshmi.
Yes, Dhanalakshmi, please go ahead. Another significant point.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila.
Another significant point in this verse is that the Lord comes Ichya by his own will. As Krishna confirms in Bhagavad Gita,
Sambhavami Atma Maya.
Atma Maya. I appear at my will by my internal potency. He is not forced to come by the laws of material nature. It is stated here, Ichya, he does not assume any form. He is not forced to come by the laws of material nature. It is stated here, Ichya, he does not assume any form. He is not forced to come by the laws of material nature. It is stated here, Ichya, he does not assume any form. He is not forced to come by the laws of material nature. It is stated here, Ichya, he does not assume any form. as the impersonalities think, because he comes at his own will. And the form in which he descends is his eternal form, as the Supreme Lord puts the living entity into the condition of horrible existence. He can also deliver him, and therefore one should seek shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna demands, "Give up everything and surrender unto me." And it is also said in Bhagavad Gita that anyone who approaches him does not come back again to accept a form in material existence, but goes back to Godhead, back home, never to return.
Haribol. Thank you, Dhanalakshmi. Thank you so much. So we are trying to understand few points from here. Now you will all say, Mataji, we are pregnant, and why are we reading so many things? Because we did not had practice, nor in our childhood, nor in our school the practice is there, nor our parents have put an emphasized us to read, nor the garbhadhana samskaras could happen, nor the garbhadhara samskaras could happen. So we are just trying our best that to whom we cannot see, we are trying to teach. And how we are trying to teach? By we reading and you helping us to explain it in detail, so that the child in the womb is more intelligent. How many times more intelligent? Who will tell me? How many times more intelligent? Our child can remember how many years past, how many years? Purnima is trying to say.
100 years.
100 years.
100 years.
100 years. So that means what? We cannot remember what we have done just few hours back or yesterday or day before yesterday. But the child is remembering 100 past years. So the child knows everything. So we are just, revising for the child. In this process, what is happening? Mother's purification is happening. Understanding? Yeah? Give me a thumb that you're understanding what I'm saying. Good, good. Thank you, Kushbu. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Nikita. Yes, yes. Okay, everybody. Oh, Shikha is around or no? Shikha, we are missing you. Okay, so.
No, I am around here only.
Acha, okay, no problem, no problem. So, why we are trying to touch upon all this is that the child, as we understand, has got this body, okay, because of we called them, yeah. But if the time was not proper, if our calculation was not proper, now what will happen is, in the womb itself, the child is getting purified, okay. We'll get an opportunity to ask for forgiveness much before the birth. That's the reason we are going through all these shlokas. Now here, there are few points that we need to understand, and we will try to see from Bhagavad Gita point of view and Srimad Bhagavatam point of view also. It says, the human soul, that is Jantura, the Jantura is human soul, the child. It says, I take shelter of lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears in his various eternal forms and walks on the surface of the world. That means the child knows that Lord had taken birth. And then we get examples also here. Lord Ramachandra, he walked on the surface, and Lord Krishna, who walked just like an ordinary person. So, and also it says that Lord comes to protect. Now in Bhagavad Gita, there are two places where Lord is, confirming this. You all must have seen this Mahabharat serial used to come. So what was the first, before the title, there used to come a shloka, that was, Yada yada hi dharmasya.
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
This is Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 7th shloka. Okay. And the meaning of this is, whenever and wherever there is a decline of irreligion, decline of the religion and irreligion is practiced. So then I come myself, I descend, or I will send my representative, or I empower my representative with words. And continuation of this is 4.8. 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 8th shloka. It says, why he comes, why he is coming personally.
परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Ooh, excellent, excellent. So the meaning, आप इसका meaning बोलोगे कुमुदा?
Mataji, my mother tongue is Kannada. I understand English, Mataji.
Okay, no problem.
Kannada, you know Kannada, I tell Mataji. I know Kannada.
Kannada not much properly.
Okay.
So I will translate, I will tell in English, you all can understand. So he says that
ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ದುಷ್ಟರು ಬರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಧರ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
Superb. So he says, I come to establish the dharma, and I will punish the duskrutas. I come for my devotee, for the pious devotee, to protect them and annihilate the duskritas, those who are troubling or those who are spreading the irreligion. Okay. So here we need to understand that there are so many people who don't even understand that God is one. They say this one is God, that one is God, the Devata is also God. There is always a war between my Vishnu is supreme, tumhara Kala Krishna, tumhara white Krishna. So we are making some points here by Srila Prabhupada, that Prabhupada is trying to say here, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And there is one more point here to understand in this shloka itself. If I take you to the same shloka, in one more point is there. It says here that another significant point in this verse is that Lord comes ichchaya. That is, भगवान जब भी आते हैं वो अपनी इच्छा से आते हैं, किसी के फोर्स करने से नहीं. Nobody can force Lord. He comes on his own will, and he says, I appear at my will by my eternal potency. And then he says that anyone who approaches him do not come back again to accept a form in this material world. So for that, what we have to do? We have to surrender. We have to surrender. And to surrender, what he is saying? Give up everything and surrender unto me. Again, in Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters hai. 18 chapters means 700 shlokas hai. So in the 18th chapter, 66 verse, he says, Sarva dharman parityagje mam ekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo
मोक्षयिष्यामि मां शुचः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
Very good. Thank you. So that means what? That he's saying, till now, whatever you were understanding or whatever you knew or you don't know, you were not knowing, you were not aware of. But now you have got to know. Now you have understood. Now I made the arrangement for you to understand. So now you start following it. Mam Sucha, he says, do not fear. He's giving guarantee that do not fear, I'm there. But how I will protect you? If you will follow my instructions. So that's why Bhagavad Gita becomes our manual, our instructions. So all the Matajis who are present here, near their bed, near their table, there should be one Bhagavad Gita. If you don't have, ask Ashish Prabhu, pass your contact details, and We will see to it that you get in your house. How many of you don't have Bhagavad Gita? Honest reply. How many of you don't have Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita nahi hai? Oh. So जिसके पास नहीं है, those who don't have, Dhanalakshmi, where you stay? कहाँ रहते हैं आप?
Hyderabad, Mataji.
Hyderabad, okay. Then what you can do is, you just send your details, your address, and we will try to pass on Bhagavad Gita to you. Okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Or if you can go to nearby ISKCON temple, or online also you can buy. But
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
having Bhagavad Gita at home means what? Bhagavad Gita is like having Lord Krishna in the form of a book. Yeah, okay. It is that very important. And after taking bath, you must touch that Bhagavad Gita, that, oh, Lord, bless me. You know, मुझे आशीर्वाद दीजिए. ऐसे. Okay.
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, three shlokas we understood from Bhagavad Gita in this one shloka itself. That is, yadahi, then paritranaya sadhuna, and then sarva dharman parityajya. See, 700 में से 3 minus कर दो. हो गया? So like that, we will try to learn some shlokas also when we are reading these Srimad Bhagavatam shlokas, because Srimad Bhagavatam is said to be the post-graduation studies. Yeah. Okay. So we will go to 3.31.13. Who wants to read the shloka? Oh, okay. Dhanalakshmi, आपको पढ़ना है?
Mataji?
जयश्री, okay, जयश्री आपको पढ़ना है?
Yes, Mataji, I'll go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So हम line by line पढ़ेंगे. Yes, प्लीज म्यूट करिए बाकी सब, सिर्फ जो पढ़ रहा है वही. यस्त्वत्र बुद्धः इव कर्मभिः
यस्त्वा अत्र बद्ध इव कर्मभिः
आवर्त आत्मा भूत
आवर्तात्मा भूतेन्द्रिय
इंद्रिया आशयामये आवलाम्ब्य
इन्द्रियामांसे आवलम्ब्य
मायम् अस्ति विशुद्धम्
मायम् अस्ति विशुद्धम्
अविकम् अखण्डभूतम्
अविकारम् अखण्डबोधम्
आत्मयामा हृदय अवस्थितं नामामि
आत्मयामान हृदयावासितम्
नमामि. हरि बोल. Okay. Anybody to read? Okay.
Yeah.
पढ़ेंगे आप? Translation पढ़िए.
Yes, ma'am. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Translation. I, the pure soul, and appearing bound by my activities, am lying in the womb of my mother by the arrangement of Maya. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him, who is also here with me, who is unaffected and changeless. He is unlimited, but he is perceived in the repentant heart. To him I offer my respectful obeisances.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you, Jayashri. Thank you so much. Okay. Somebody to read the purport?
Yes, Mataji. Can I read the purport?
Please, Shikha, go ahead.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. As stated in the previous verse, the Jiva soul says, I take shelter of Supreme Lord. Therefore, constitutionally, the Jiva soul is the subordinate servitor of the Supreme Soul. The personality of Godhead, both the Supreme Soul and the Jiva soul, are sitting in the same body. As confirmed in Upanishads, they are sitting as friends, but one is suffering and the other is aloof from suffering. In this verse, it is said Visuddham avikaram kanda bodham. The super soul is always sitting apart from all contamination. The living entity is contaminated and suffering because he has a material body. But that does not mean that because the Lord is also with him, he also has a material body. He is avikaram, changeless. He is always the same, supreme. But unfortunately, the Mayavadi philosophers, because of their impure hearts, cannot understand that the supreme soul, the super soul, is different from the individual soul. It is said here, Atapayyamana Hardaye Vasitam. He is in the heart of every living entity, but he can be realized only by a soul who is repentant. The individual soul becomes repentant that he forget his constitutional position, wanted to become one with the supreme soul, and tried his best to lord it over material nature. He has been baffled and therefore he is repentant. At the same time, at that time, super soul or the relationship between the super soul and the individual soul is realized. As it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, after many births, the knowledge comes to the conditioned soul that Vasudeva is great, he is master, and he is Lord. The individual soul is the servant, and therefore he surrenders unto him. At that time, he becomes Mahatma, a great soul. Therefore, a fortunate living being who comes to this understanding, even within the womb of his mother, has his liberation assured. Hari Bol.
Haribol, thank you. Shikha, your child is saying, thank you, Mama. Okay.
Thank you.
So here, previous shloka also, it was saying, I take shelter of the Supreme Lord. So we will try and understand more. And then it says that he gets baffled. He repents at that same time, the super soul and the individuals, the realization or, is confirmed here that after many births, the knowledge comes to the conditioned soul. And that's how he turns to be Mahatma. So there are 3-4 points that we will try to understand from this shloka. So first thing is, as the supremacy of this Lord. It is said that he doesn't interfere. So when we say that he doesn't interfere, there is a beautiful example that acharyas always give. If you see here that there is no interference. So it's like see, constitutional position, jiva, subordinate. So they are sitting as friends, but one is suffering and the other is aloof from suffering. So I'll give you an example now how to understand. Now there is a baby in your womb, right? You are carrying a baby. So I'm saying within you also there is Paramatma, within that baby also there is Paramatma. But if a mosquito is sitting on your face somewhere, you patak do, remove that mosquito. Yeah. And then you itch, isn't it? But imagine in the womb, there are so many good and bad bacteria which are troubling the baby. If you remember the previous shlokas, if you eat hot, if you eat pungent, if you eat very spicy, so that mood worms come and they trouble the baby. And the baby cannot do anything. That time he can say, oh, my best friend, oh, my Lord, you are sitting with me also and with my mother also. You are twice more powerful. Can't you just, fight with these worms? No, he cannot do that. Why he cannot do that? Because the mama and dada's karma and this baby's karma, all those, whether good or bad bacteria, whether in the pus formation or whether in the urine or whether in the stool bag or whether accumulation of our, all the period cycles, yeah, good, bad blood. So all these, whatever invisible bacterias are there. They are in the form of our own children. The child is not alone. He has so many brothers and sisters in the form of those bacteria, good and bad. So they are fighting. Got my point? So we have to understand few things here, from Srimad Bhagavatam, that there are two birds. Which are two birds? The Lord is there and the Jiva is there. You, Jiva, so whatever you want to do, the Lord will not interfere. Lord will not interfere. The moment you say, hey, Bhagwan, the moment Bhagwan says, yes, excuse me, you called me. He feels so happy that you called. So that's the reason I started. Now, next time onwards, I want any one of you all must at least 10 times or 11 times, just sing, whether you sing, whatever. I had so bad voice, but still you people tolerated. So give the pleasure to the child within the womb. And I can vouch that when you will say this Maha Mantra in your house, the house ka negativity will go off and you will have positive environment. So you all must take that opportunity and sing this, in whatever tune. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Khushbu will be the next one to sing, and then Purnima will be the next one to sing. Okay, so give pleasure to your baby. Yeah. So it says here from Bhagavad Gita that Lord doesn't interfere unless and until we say. And then one more thing is there. It says, as many births you take, that many times you have to purify yourself. So in Bhagavad Gita, again in the 7th chapter, there is a shloka. It says, Bahunam Janmanamanti Jnanvan Mam Prapadyate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabaha. That is, after many births, many births and deaths, he who actually in knowledge, which knowledge? Surrender unto me. That is, Krishna says, the one Jiva who surrender unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes. So, and that will be the great soul, and that soul is very rare. Lord himself is saying, there may not be so many, very less. Why less? Because, there is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita in 7th chapter itself says, Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kashnin mam veti tatvataha. That is, say for example, we have here 15 people. So out of 15, definitely there'll be one or two who says, okay, my husband told me, to listen something good. I'm sitting. Or my mother-in-law is saying, sit and listen something. I'm listening. Oh, my mother is again and again saying, are you listening or no something? Oh, okay, I'm sitting. Yeah. One or two. I'm not saying one. Maybe not also. Yeah. Some of them, they say, Mataji, kuch to acha bol rahe hai. Chalo, sunte hain. चलो थोड़ा सुनते हैं. थोड़ी हमको पिक्चर जाने के लिए we have to take so expensive ticket, then dress up myself, go there, and then call for samosas or pakodas or popcorns or ice cream and this and that. I have to just sit, relax on my couch, listen something. Mataji, Suguna Mataji, you are nice. Yes, nice. Thank you. So, but out of these many, definitely 4 or 5 will be there who will say, oh my God, good that I got this opportunity. Baba, Bacha, you are lucky. I was not that lucky to get at early age, much before the birth. So we have to grasp this. So that's why it says, Bahu Nam Jan. So first of all, Manushya Nam Saste. That is, out of 10, 4 or 5 will be understanding. Out of that 4 or 5 also will say, okay, tomorrow is Ekadashi. What is that? Oh, you have to refrain from grains and pulses. Mataji, wo mat bolo. क्या सुगुना माता जी एक लेवल हमारा बढ़ाते जा रहे, फोटो लगाओ, मंत्रा बोलो, सुनो, क्या है आप मेरा 9th month होने तक तो आप मेरे को पूरा महात्मा बना दोगे, मेरे को बोलोगे अभी दीक्षा ले लो. So, yeah, slowly. This is all purificatory processes that you'll able to do with the small baby steps. So, out of that 4, definitely 2 will call me और लक्ष्मी आनंद माता जी से, ओ माता जी बोल रहे थे एकादशी करना चाहिए, कैसे करना चाहिए, मैं प्रेग्नेंट हूँ, भूखा नहीं रह सकते। वो लक्ष्मी आनंद माता जी, ओ नहीं आप भूखा नहीं रहे। सुगना माता जी ऐसा क्यों बोला? अरे मैंने ऐसा नहीं बोला, भूखे रहो नहीं बोला, मैंने बोला try to observe Ekadashi. How to observe Ekadashi? Every 2 hours, because you're pregnant, every 2 hours you eat. But what to eat? What Krishna is saying. What not to eat? What Krishna is saying. Don't eat. That means you are following. Yes, no? Huh? Correct? So, you can have sabudana khichdi. Mataji, don't tell me, we can't eat. Okay, no problem. You can have, Ekadashi kachoris, you can have kuttu ka atta is there, samu rice is there, you can have pulao. Hare Krishna. Mataji. So
now we can hear you, Mataji.
Okay. I got scared. So makhana is there. You make makhana kheer. You make samu ka kheer. You can make samu pulao. You can make salads. You can make smoothies. You can fry potatoes and eat. So every 2 hours you are eating. You are eating more than the normal day. So where is the fasting? But yes, when you observe saying, Lord, see, I don't have strength. I am doing Ekadashi. I am pregnant. As Lord is double, he will give you 4 times results. By following one Ekadashi, like a Meru mountain. You know what is Meru mountain? Not Everest mountain. Everest mountain is very small in front of Meru mountain. That much our dushkarmas gets washed off. So many in my classes, when especially pregnant ladies, I will tell them, one day before only you start preparing. What is that? You make this coconut barfi, you make little dry fruit ka laddu, kishmish laddu, and you keep. Oh, Mataji, I had too much. Next day, I thought I must fast now. I ate so much. But what gain we got, what beautiful gift that we gave our child. That child is also carrying the dushkarma bag, no? Much before the birth, mummy helped him to wash. Isn't that good? Yes. When mummy and daddy will follow all this, the child will get benefit more benefit. Okay. So this is what the beauty of these shlokas. When we read, we understand. It says, Janma karam cha me divyan. It is again in the 4th chapter when we said, yada yada is 4.7, paritranaya sadhuna is 4.8, 4.9, again, very, very important shloka. It says, Janma karam cha me divyam, evam yo veti tatvatah, tyaktva deham, punarjanma, neti mameti sarjana. That is, he's saying that one who knows that, Lord's transcendental appearance and activities, upon leaving this body, does not take birth again in this material world, but attains his abode. How beautiful. Yeah. So just little you understand about the Lord, and Lord is so merciful. He will give you so much of benefit. Why? Because you are saying, I'm going to become mother and my husband is going to become father. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, we are on the 3rd canto. In the 5th canto again, 5th canto, 5th chapter, 18th shloka, very beautiful. It says, Guru na sasyat, swajano na sasyat, pita na sasyat, janani na sasyat, devim na tat syan na patis Chasasnyan namo chayadya samopeti matyam. That is one who, very beautiful it is, that one who is delivering, his dependence from this repeated birth and death. If they are not giving their dependence this path of Krishna consciousness or bhakti to Krishna, they have no right to call themselves mother or father or devata husband or guru, what to talk about, even the spiritual master, if they are not teaching us, the path of Krishna consciousness. So if we learn this path of Krishna consciousness, that is bhakti, what will be the benefit? We will automatically turn to be a Mahatma. We will develop the qualities of Mahatma. And once we develop the qualities of Mahatma, what happens is, it says, the Lord is so kind, to the devotees, of the Lord, cannot fulfill the complete course of devotion. So what happens? Sometimes some people are not able to do this unalloyed and uncontaminated, by taking association also. So Lord gives them the chance. 3 chances they give. First of all, Lord promises that if you were practicing and you couldn't do completely, I promise you. And what is that? I will give you birth in an aristocratic family, so that oh, roti kapda makan, you don't have to run behind that. And straight where you stop, you continue. Or I give you birth in a devotee's house. I make you a brahmana, so that incomplete task you complete and come back to me, back home, back to Godhead. Because in this connection, in one of the book, that is Bhagavat Sandarbha, there Jiva Goswami is saying that once achieving the spiritual existence, the devotee is eternally situated, and they will always discuss this, So I wanted to read one translation, beautiful translation. It is there if you all can, let me see if I get, yeah, beautiful. Okay. Somebody can take a chance and read this. I will read. Monisha, which shloka numbers you want, dear? Please let me know. So, okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Shikha, you want to read this translation? Only this translation. Shikha, Shanala, or
Yes.
who else?
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Please, Shikha, read this.
Yes, yes. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The personality of Godhead is supreme master of everything auspicious, because the result of whatever actions are performed by the living being in either the material or spiritual existence are awarded by the Lord. As such, he is the ultimate benefactor. Every individual living entity is unborn, and therefore, even after the annihilation of the material elementary body, the living entity exists, exactly like the air within the body.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Yes. Yeah. So what is the meaning? If you do bhakti and little bit is left here and there, no problem, because he is guaranteeing you something. And via this verse, he is saying he will protect you the way air is protected in the bag. And how is that? If you do bhakti, first of all, you will get the spiritual abode of Lord. And for some matter, even if you have to come little by, again, he takes you back. But, you will go there and he will protect you in his, as a Mahatattva. He will protect you and you will come back, rectify yourself and go back again, back home, back to Godhead. So he's giving so many opportunities, but provided we avail them, we avail those opportunities. Shikha, you wanted shlokas. Now, I always, whenever I'm referring the shloka, I'm giving you the number. So I was referring to 5518 one was that, and 2749. And then I said 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. Then I was saying 7th chapter, there are many shlokas, yeah, in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, dear? Okay, so we go to... Okay, is it okay if I take 5-10 minutes more because we started late? Is it okay? Please give me.
Yes, Mataji.
Everybody, yes. नहीं तो धनलक्ष्मी आपको सब मारेंगे पकड़ के. हमको
Yes,
नहीं पूछ.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Sure. Okay. So nice of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So this was 13 and I will take 14th only one shloka, which is, I think so, I will take only in this. Yeah. So who wants to repeat the shloka after me?
I'll repeat, Mataji. Nikita this side. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Okay, Nikita. Yeah, it says, Ya panchabhuta rishite rahita sharire.
यः पञ्चभूता रचिते रहित शरीरे
Good. Channa ayata indriya guna artha chit atmakaha.
छन्ना आयन्त्रेन्द्रिया गुणार्थ चिद् आत्मको अहम्.
Very good. Very nice. Tene avikutha mahimanam rishir tam ema vande.
तेना अविकुण्ठा महिमानं ऋषिं तम् एनां वन्दे.
Param prakriti purushoya umamsam.
परं प्रकृति पुरुषायो पुमांसम्.
Haribol. Will you read the translation? Then we will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I am separated from the Supreme Lord because of my being in this material body, which is made of 5 elements, and therefore my qualities and senses are being misused, although I am essentially spiritual. Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental to material nature and the living entities, because he is devoid of such a material body, and because he is always glorious to his spiritual qualities, I offer my obeisances unto him. Hare Krishna.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So there are 3 paras. I will try to read quickly one, and then if somebody wants to read 2, or there is only one point that I want to bring it. So difference, purport by Srila Prabhupada, the difference between the living entity and Supreme Personality of Godhead is that the living entity is prone to be subject to the material nature, whereas the Supreme Godhead is always transcendental to material nature as well as to the living entity. When the living entity is put into the material nature, then his senses and qualities are polluted or designated. There is no possibility for the Supreme Lord to become embodied by the material qualities or material senses, for he is above the influence of the material nature and cannot possibly be put in the darkness of ignorance like the living entities. Because of his full knowledge, he is never subjected to the influence of material nature. Material nature is always under his control, and he is therefore not possible that material nature can control the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since the identity of the living entity is very minute, he is prone to be subjected to material nature, but when he is freed from this material body, which is false, he attains the same spiritual nature as the Supreme Lord. At that time, there is no qualitative difference between him and Supreme Lord, but because he is not so qualitatively powerful as to never be put under the influence of the material nature, he is qualitatively different from the Lord. And for today, last para, and who's that lucky one wants to read that? Yeah, let me see.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay, anyone if you can read quickly.
The entire process of devotional service is to purify oneself of his contamination of material nature and put oneself on the spiritual platform, where he is qualitatively one with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vedas, it is said that the living entity is always free. Asango hayam purushaha. The living entity is liberated. His material contamination is temporary, and his actual position is that he is liberated. This liberation is achieved by Krishna consciousness, which begins from the point of surrender. Therefore, it is said here, I offer my respectful obeisances unto Supreme Person. Hare Krishna Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. So nice, so nice. Yeah. So in this, we are trying to understand what are the 5 elements of earth, There is a beautiful shloka again, 7.4. It says, Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu khammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritirashtada. That is, the 5 elements is air, water, ether, fire. So they are panchabhutas. So we are nothing but the combination of these elements. And we try to load over to the material nature, and we think that we are equal to the Lord. And we don't even, some of them, we don't even feel that, Lord is present, or there is God, there is superiority, there is something. So, but those who follow, those who understand, so then Lord gives the opportunity to come back home, back to Godhead. But for that, what happens is they have to practice devotional practice. So when they are into devotional practice, so what happens when liberation, you see, they are sure to get liberation, but again, the liberation is also 5 types. So one will never go for as Sayoja liberation, which is becoming one with the God. That can never happen. But yes, we get one type of liberation, that is Sarupya. That is equal bodily features. When we go to Goloka Vrindavan, to Lord's house, Lord's abode, he is in Chaturbhuj form, Neela Rupa, we also get the same Swarupa. Yeah. Then Salokya, equal facility to live on the same planet with Lord. Yes. Sarishti, that is equal position of opulences like the Lord. Yeah, because he is enjoying. So we being his sevadhari, we also enjoy. Samipya, that is equal association with the Lord. All these he gives just like that. He just gives like that. Why? It is like, those who have a first child, see, there is going to be a, this is how I mentally prepared my elder child when I was caring for the second one, So every night before sleeping, I'll take one more pillow and keep near me and say, see, Lord is so happy with you that they're going to give you the gift as brother or sister. So now next to mommy, you'll have brother or sister, and then you have to take care. So you have to be next to them, So automatically, the child makes a provision. Oh, my brother is going to come or my sister is going to come. Yeah, like that. So same way, Lord also, the moment we listen to what Lord has said in Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, he makes proper arrangements. That what you don't have, he will make arrangement. What you have, he is going to take care of that you preserve that nicely. Yeah. So I stop here. Lakshmi Anand Mataji, we have done 3 shlokas for today. 12, 13, 14. So a few of you all were having some questions about what are the shlokas that we have to read. So you try to subscribe Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. Then we can separately also start a session for you all, or we can send you the recordings. So Ashish Prabhu, who takes care of all these decisions from ICF, you can send a message to us. Yeah. Now, a few of them, they asked what we must eat and what we must not eat. Garam khana, mat khana. You feel like that you want to have little hot, have, bearable hot. नहीं हमको स्पाइस ही अच्छा लगता है, मीठा से ऐसा हो जाता है, no problem. Take a green chili or some masala only on the tip of your tongue. Finish. That's all. You give trupti to the indriyas, and now you eat normal food. Don't eat too much sweet, you'll put on. Do not eat too much oily, not good. So the diet should be very proper. Your gynec should guide you properly, but try to eat every day 1 apple. Try to eat curd. The child will be like a cotton white. Yeah, because you all are definitely going to have iron and vitamins and all those things. So see to it, you have to have a bowl of salad twice. So इसमें पालक का कुछ होना चाहिए, मूली का पत्ता होना चाहिए, radish. Instead of radish leaves. They are very good for the hair. Beetroot, tomato, pomegranate, have juice, very good. Try to eat fig with black raisins. They are very good for you. Night before sleeping, wash your legs, brush your teeth. If possible, just put oil to your head and have a cool sleep. And say this Maha Mantra. And we will try to send you the Narsimha-arti. I will sing for you now. It's very quick one. Yeah. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadadayine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato yato yami tato Narsimho Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimha Made Sharanam Prapade Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakham Adbuddha Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsingadev Jayo Narsingadev Jayo Narsingadev Jayo Narsingadev Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Vignavanashika Narsimha Bhagavan ki jai. So take good care of yourself. Vancha kalpaturbhesha, kripa sindhubhesha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo, namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavandi. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anybody has any question, you can put it in the group or you can ask me 1 or 2 questions if you want. Hare Krishna. No questions? Any doubt? Is it okay? The class is going okay? You all want any change or something?
No, Mataji. Mataji, wonderful Mataji, your class. Super Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Chala baga chepparu Mataji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Love you,
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Take good care of yourself. Hare Krishna. Okay, Purnima? Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Khushbu, thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Monisha, Shikha, Preeti. Thank you. Jyoti Sharma. Hare Krishna. Oh, Jyoti. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Bol.
మా మనోరాలు మాతాజీ వింటుంది చాలా ఇష్టం హరే కృష్ణ అంటే చక్కగా వింటది నోరు తెరిచి
Oh my God.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ
Hare Krishna. Hare
ఫర్
Krishna.
బ్లెస్సింగ్స్
Take care. Krishna. Okay. So
You can stop the live.
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes, please,
Record.
please.
You have to stop, Mataji. I think you are the host now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Or else just change it to, you can change the host controls to me.
I will do that, Mataji.
Yeah.
I don't find that, Mataji. Is it so?
Or just end the call, Mataji. I think the recording will also.
No, I
stop.
make